It's pretty early in the morning. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up to take a video of this knife match here. I am 1v1ing a person by the name of YiTong. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I remember at the beginning of the match, he was using a shovel. But at about midway point, he starts using a knife and it gets pretty interesting. But I'm on this account called Quipster, which is my alternative account that I use every now and again. But I just wanted to show you guys this 1v1. I thought it was really interesting. Doing pretty horribly right now, aren't I? Yep. Shovel's pretty hard to beat. Yeah. I may start I may start recording 1v1s. Think they're pretty interesting. And it gives a lot of credit to the people that I 1v1 because this guy, he was really good. I'm going to admit, he is a really good player. He's good with the shovel, and he's also good with knife. For some reason, I think this guy might be NYC who was a really good player that I used to play with in the past. He left for a little while though. But yeah, this might be NYC on his alternative account as well. So we're both doing the same thing, huh? But we were both respectful to each other. I didn't complain that he was using a shovel. He didn't complain about me doing anything. So that was all pretty good. He is a really good player. I respect him. Ooh, you saw that? Now it's tied, huh? Okay, now he's starting to use a knife. This is where it gets interesting. I'm trying to utilize my jumping moves a lot this match. Ooh, I got him there. Ooh. Ooh. Let me see something. Pause real quick. Okay. Just to change the angle a little bit so you can see from all different sorts of angles. Okay. That again. Ooh. At this point it's 18 and 15. I'm in the lead. It's 19 and 15. Yeah, see, he's really good. He's actually probably the most difficult knifer I've faced in the past couple years. Then again, you don't really face a lot of knifers these days. Ooh, I got slammed in midair. There we go. Saw the jump move? Alright, wait. Let me rewind that back real quick. Well, there's another one. Okay, so you use the jump move to pretty much bait them into stabbing. And then when they stab, then it leaves you an open space to slash them or stab them. See, I jump again and he stabs again, he misses, and I have the open space to stab. That time I jumped a little too far. Oh, another thing, I don't know if you've noticed, but right here, when I'm like moving like side to side like that, that's so that they don't have the ability to headshot me as easily because my head is like going from one side to the next. I mean, there's just a whole lot of different techniques you could use. Of course, people might call this corny that I actually have techniques, but then again, I'm one of the best snipers on this game. And I'm not saying that just to brag, I'm just saying that to make a point. Like, like people will always say that well, I'm a little corny for doing all these moves and for making videos of knifing and all that. Yet, I'm actually doing them a favor. I'm actually trying to teach them how to knife because I am the best one in this game, and that's just a fact. Like, look at that. Like, look. You think anyone else could do this crap? Look at this. Look at this. You think anyone else could do that? Exactly. So I'm like saying like I don't care what these people say about me being corny and about me being cringy or whatever they call it. I'm just doing something that no one else has really done before, and I'm actually recording knife videos past 2012. Like the last knife video of Crossfire, of North American Crossfire that I know of, that actually has like decent players, is back in 2012. Like, look at this crap. Look at this. I honestly don't know how I got this one. I like jumped in the air and stabbed his back or something. It's so crazy. And see, the cool thing about doing these moves is that it doesn't matter if you don't get it. Because the prize isn't in. It doesn't matter if you don't get it because obviously they're pretty crazy moves. So I might not get every one, but I'm not really looking at whether or not I get it or not. I'm thinking of if I do get it, how cool that would be. You know, like I'm not trying to turn into like a motivational speaker or nothing, but you can't always think of what if you don't get it. Just think of what if you do. Like, what if I do get one of these cool shots I'm trying to make? That's gonna be pretty cool, huh? Here's another jump move. If you look at that one closely, let me rewind real quick. If you look at that one closely, I jump, I bait him into stabbing, and then I stab him. And see when I jumped right there. Hold up, let's come back from over here. See when I jumped right here. Let me see. Let me play. When I jumped right here. Okay. He stabs. I still don't stab. And I still don't stab again. He stabs and slashes. And at that point, he can't really do anything else because he stabbed and he slashed. So he has no more, like the way the game works, if you stab and you slash, you gotta wait at least 2 seconds before you can stab again, and at least another second before you can slash again. But by the time he's ready to slash again, I'm already stabbing, as you can see, and and as long as my aim is good, I've got him. And there it is. There it is again. Right now the score is 35 to 20. 35 to 30. Yeah, not many people get this close to me. And well, actually, let me pause for a second. Not many people get this close to me with a regular knife. And I'll say that again. Not this many people get this close to beating me in knife 1v1 with a regular knife. All these people are out here saying, oh, they beat King Kong, or oh, they got close to beating King Kong. But the reality is, one, anytime that anyone has ever come close to beating me in knife after 2012, because before 2012 there was Love My Knife and there was NYC Kiss. Those are the two players that have beaten me with a regular knife, playing fair, and I respect them totally. They're one of the greatest players I've ever played, and I don't play with them anymore because they've quit or something. But those are the only people who've actually beat me with a regular knife, or even gotten close with a regular knife. NYC Kiss and Love My Knife, two great players who I highly respect. Now, past year or so, there has been players who has beaten me, but one, they were either using armor and I wasn't, and slash or they were using a knife, but it wasn't a default knife. They were using a CFS knife or a hunting knife. And a CFS knife and a hunting knife are a lot stronger than the default knife. A hunting knife and a CFS knife can kill you with one shot if you don't have armor. They're faster, and the hunting knife has more range than the regular knife. The CFS knife has less range, but the CFS knife is really fast and it can one shot kill you. So I know there's a lot of talk going around saying that people have beat me, and there's that same person going around telling people that he beat me, but he also won't tell people that he used a CFS knife to beat me while I was using a regular knife, and he was using armor, and I wasn't using armor. No one has beaten me with the regular knife with no armor playing fair since 2012, and it's 2018. So just a little background story to all those people who think otherwise, but they can think what they think. At the end of the day, you see the replay, you see this 1v1. I know how great I am. I know the skills that I use, and of course there are people who can beat me with a regular knife. But I'm not really too focused on the skill. I'm more focused on looking good. Like, look at this kill right here. I do like a 360. Like, look at that. You saw that? I did like a 360 spin move around him and then hit him with a headshot. 360, boom, headshot. You see, like of course there can be people who can beat me with a regular knife, but that for one, that's because I don't even. The thing is that, sorry, I have like a little bit of cold. If my voice sounds a little nasally, I have like a cold. But anyway, but yeah, for one, that's because I don't 1v1 a lot. So you get good at what you practice at. I usually play a lot of public matches. That's why I'm really good at public matches. That's why I make a whole lot of 40, 30 kill matches go about. Almost sometimes I get 50 kills. I'll show you guys the replay of me getting 56 kills in an arena match with a knife in a couple days. But yeah, you're good at what you practice at. So I don't really practice on 1v1s too much. So that's why I'm not really too great at it. I'm pretty good, but if I start practicing a little more in 1v1s, I'll get used to the style, the quick play style. But I'm more so play a play style of like trying to win and like trying to get a good amount of kills in a search and destroy, which requires a lot different technique than playing an arena TDM 1v1. You know, so like my point is that I'm not really interested in like I'm not really focused on being the best in terms of like knifing. I'm just focused on being unique. And there are things that I do that people can't do. And even though some people can beat me with knife, I guarantee you they're pretty boring. Like all those people who can beat me with knife, they're pretty boring with knife. You know what I'm saying? Like they're uh they probably don't move like I move. They probably don't play like I play. They're probably just a basic knifer who just who just jumps around. Probably just a basic knifer who jumps around. Um, no, no, that's me. I'm the guy who jumps around. But they're a basic knifer who just holds W, backs up with S, stabs, and just so happens to be a little better at doing that than I am. But I like to keep it interesting. I like to keep folks interested. I like to make this game exciting and like I like to do like really cool tricks that I couldn't think I could do with a knife. And I think that's pretty interesting. So yeah, of course there are people who can beat me with knife, and I'm not going to deny that. So every time I lose to someone, people are always like, "Oh, King Kong lost, ha ha ha! King Kong lost, ha ha ha! Who did he lose to?" And then weeks later, months later, even a year later after I've lost, they still want to bring it up and act like I'm embarrassed or something about that loss. I'm not embarrassed about it at all. But the fact that they just keep bringing it up just shows that they are so proud of themselves for beating me. And the thing is that they didn't even beat me fairly. You know, they didn't beat me with a regular knife. They either used a ZP weapon like an axe or a shovel, or even a VIP weapon, or it just wasn't fair. It just no one's ever beaten me fairly, which means no armor, default knife versus default knife. And I've even versed someone with the axe before, but the thing is that they beat me by 1 point, but they were using bladed knuckles versus my regular axe for about the first 10 kills, so that threw me back a little bit. And then when they finally did switch to axe, they used a VIP axe, which has the animation to hold down and then stab a couple seconds later. So they had a pretty good advantage over me, and they still only beat me by 1 point. Yet people are acting like I'm embarrassed about that, and they try to keep bringing it up. Like sometimes I don't even be talking about it, and they just bring it up out of nowhere. Like, "Hey, King Kong, you remember losing to this guy?" And I'm just like, dude, I really don't care. And even if someone did beat me in regularly with a regular knife, I wouldn't be making excuses. I would actually be inspired by them because like I think I'm the best with regular knife in this game. You know, in terms of fighting fairly. Oh, sorry guys. The reason why I have it paused is because it only has like 50 seconds left, and if I keep talking, I'm gonna like get cut off. So I have it paused for now. But I'll just explain it. Like, if someone did beat me with a regular knife fairly, well, I would see them as an inspiration. In no way would I be embarrassed or angry. The only times I get angry is when someone beats me, but they do it unfairly and then they try to brag about it. But someone who beats me with a regular knife, I will see them as an inspiration because I haven't met anyone who can beat me with a regular knife besides NYC Kiss or Love My Knife. So that will be like something really interesting. Like the thing about players on Crossfire is that the reason why they never get better is because they always try to hate on people who are better than them. Like, I just have the mentality that when you meet someone who's better than you at something, you learn from them. You know, instead of hating them because of your inferiority, try to be inspired by them because of your inferiority, and hopefully you can rise above and be better than them. That's the case with Love My Knife. I remember he first showed me how to knife like back in 2010, 2011 or so, and I remember I said, "Dang, he beat me like 11-1 in an arena elimination." But like a year later, I beat him like 40-30 40 to 30 or something like that in an Arena TDM. I was inspired by him and I grew better than him. And if this is NYC Kiss right here, as I think it is, I'm also better than NYC Kiss. So the two players who could beat me regularly, instead of getting mad at them and angry at them, I was inspired by them and moved by them and motivated by them. And a couple years later, I'm actually able to beat both of them. And that's how it's supposed to work. But if you go hating on people who are better than you, you're not going to get better yourself. You're just going to make yourself look, you're going to make yourself look pretty stupid. And you're not going to get any better. You're just going to look like an angry fool that can't take a loss. But yeah, enough with that though. That's just to clear up some of the things that all these people be talking about. But like I said, I know how I play and I know that I'm a pretty great player, and that's all that matters. And thanks to you guys who are watching me. I'll keep on bringing some more 1v1 videos. And if I lose, or if I win, I'll still bring the videos because I know it's pretty interesting. But yeah, this is the last match of the game. Last kill of the game. We both kept missing here. Thanks for watching. And this was a 6 a.m. knife match. And that's about it. I was 40 to 34. I beat him by 6 points. And that is him. That is me. And yeah, I recorded this at 6 a.m. this morning. This match itself happened a few weeks ago, but this is a 6 a.m. recording of a knife match. My knife matches that I'll do in the future will be more so like live. I'm not going to be recording the recordings of my knife matches. I'm recording I'm recording a recording of my knife match. It won't be like this in the future. In the future, it's going to be more like more so I'm going to record them while I'm actually playing them. That way you can actually feel my thought process and all that while I'm actually playing. But yep, that was it. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe. I'm going to be trying to upload a video every day this summer. Had a lot to do with school and all that, but I'm pretty free now, so I'm going to bring more videos to you. And until next time.